Okay. Hi, everyone. We're going to be talking about COVID-19 and social justice. So first, to introduce us, there's me. My name is Maia Aganad. I'm a third year SJSU student. My major is Math Prep for Teaching, which is part of the Math ITEP program, and I'm minoring in Deaf Studies. And currently, I also work as a student assistant for the Aerospace Engineering Department.
Hi, my name is Dawei Wang. I'm a senior industrial engineering major. I currently work for an aerospace company, and I hope to become a product manager and developing products for people with disabilities in the future.
I'm Larry Murphy. I'm a student veteran at San Jose State University. My major is mathematics, preparation for teaching, a similar program to Maia. And I currently work as a football coach at San Jose City College.
Hi, my name is Rishabh, Baxi. I'm a first year transfer student from EDSE to SJSU. My major is same as Larry and Maia. And my occupation, I currently am student and also the part-time worker. I work part-time.
Okay, and so we'll be talking about the spread of COVID-19, and our objective is that students will learn about exponential functions in relation to COVID-19 and how the virus impacts people's everyday lives. So here are some guiding questions that we want our students to think about throughout the lesson. I'll talk more about this in our standards and assessments, but in addition to their own self-assessment, at the end of the lesson, we want students to be able to reflect on the material learned in correspondence to these questions, which are: how do the CDC guidelines affect the spread of the virus in schools? And who may be most at risk in getting infected, and who would they be putting at risk as well? So here are the standards that we chose that best reflect on the lesson. For our content standards, those listed focus on properties of exponents to interpret and transform exponential functions. The two math standards that we chose are Math Practice 2, which are to reason abstractly and quantitatively, and Math Practice 6, which is attentive precision. These standards were chosen as students will need to analyze data in correspondence to the infection rate and be able to justify their reasoning using the correct academic language. Then our standards for teaching tolerance to social justice. We want students to be able to understand how the virus affects us as individuals and the need to look out for our own safety by standing up to people in power. Students will also recognize the discrimination individuals may face based on one's class or demographic status. Today strategies we'll be using are round robin, reflections, and graphic organizers, where students will be able to share their conclusions with each other, reflect on their own work and self-assessment, and have various solutions presented. And then for UDL strategies, we want to follow the think, pair, share, and hold group discussions. So our think, pair, share would have students pair up to practice presenting their own conclusions before they're able to participate in our whole group discussion. So for assessments, we're going to evaluate the students on their group activities and class discussions, and then we'll also see where the students are based on their reflections and their own self-assessment. So what they were able to take out of the lesson, how they're able to connect COVID-19 and exponential functions, and then give the students the chance to tell us like what they think was easy, what they found challenging with the lesson.
I'll cover the settings and demographics for the school we will be implementing this lesson plan in. The school we chose is San Jose High School. Some important information is that a majority of the student population is Hispanic or Latino, over 90%. 30.6% of the students are English learners. 44.7% of the students are fluent English proficient. Okay, take a moment to look at the graph provided to the right. Okay, thank you. Next slide.
Okay, so next the student will also use the vocabulary such as scientific method. So scientific method is to make an observation, ask a question, form a hypothesis, make a prediction based on the hypothesis, test the prediction, and then reiterate the result. So that's one of the crucial part of learning about the math as well, and as well as critical thinking that involves with this lesson plan, and also the quantitative reasoning as well. And for the math part, we also want them to focus on the exponential function, such as curve fitting or best fit of line. When they collect the data, they will also organize in a way such as the best of line represent what the result correlates with the data. And also we want them to learn about the inverse function as well, because every function out there, such as e to the x, will also have a reverse function, and that increases the knowledge of the student as well. And if you go to the next slide, so next slide, scaffolding. So of course, students are required to have prior knowledge of the elementary function, or so-called the parent function. And also with the sentence structure, they will use math plus reasoning to direct the logical based thinking during this lesson. And also the practice and discuss the question, such as the growth rate and how the COVID spreads with the data they collected. And of course, we also provide the visual aids, and they will also work on the visual aids, such as comparing graph to the parent function as a way to visualizing math aspect of the part of the lesson plan, and to the social justice plan. And we go to the next slide.
Okay, I will introduce this activity we have for the students. So as you can see, we have this flow chart here that we will have the students fill in with their own example. And the example that we have here is a teacher was infected with COVID-19 without knowing, and administrators were pushing for the school to reopen, as well as parents wanting to send their children back to school. As you can see, that leads to an exponential spread of the students that catch COVID-19 as we progress from one person to 2 people, all the way down at the bottom, 4 boxes, and 4 people catching COVID-19, and that represents the exponential growth of COVID-19. We would like, again, our students to come up with their own example. So in doing this, we have one main group configuration with groups A and B. Group A we hope will demonstrate a deeper understanding in the content areas and academic language standards, while Group B performs slightly below content standards and needs more interaction, guidance, and participation. Next slide.
Okay, from numbers obtained the 2nd of December 2020, the total COVID-19 cases is 1.26 million, and the total deaths as a result of that is 19,359. Right now, there is a higher estimated amount of active cases, and as a result of that, there's a higher infection rate. Hopefully from this activity, they'll be able to take away how those two are connected and understand a little bit more about the rate of infection as well. So to make the connection, it's important to ask yourself, how does this affect you? How will schools pushing to reopen in-person classes affect you? Is that going to be a safe decision right now? As of right now, it doesn't seem like it's very safe, right? So these are just questions to ask yourself. Who can we contact to voice our concerns? Go ahead and reflect on that right now. Thank you.